perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets break glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, that was Sophia Massimo with the national anthem. Good afternoon and welcome to Drisdale Field. I am Mike Licio, here with you for the final game of a three-game series between the Lander Bearcats and the Flagler Saints. Bearcats have won 10 in a row. They are now 12-5 and 2-0 in Peach Belt play. The Saints are 11-6 and looking for their first Peach Belt victory to avoid the sweep. Let's meet the starting lineup for the Bearcats. Tai Chi Nakao leads off at second. Evan Wickery at first, batting second. Connor Droz is the designated hitter. He bats third. Cleaning up will be the right fielder, Grant Sherrod, who had 4 for 5 yesterday. Mario Lopez Jr. is the catcher, batting fifth. Will McClellan moves from behind the plate to left field today. He'll bat sixth. Garrett Chun is the center fielder, batting seventh. Cooper Blackman at short, batting eighth. And at third and batting ninth is Zach Cowart. Anson Merrick will take the bump for the Bearcats when they take the field in the bottom half of the inning. For the Saints, the southpaw, Daniel Fisher. Fisher has been excellent this year. He has a 2.22 ERA on the season. In fact, Fisher struck out 7 in his last start against American International. He has, making his 5th start of the season, he's 1-0 with a 2.22 ERA, 22 strikeouts in 24 and a third innings. He's currently 4th in the Peach Belt in ERA, 8th in game starts, 6th in innings pitched, 9th in strikeouts, and 4th in batting average against entering the weekend. Greg Williams is the coach of the Saints. He's in his first season here in St. Augustine. Jason Burke for the Bearcats in his 9th in Greenwood. Tai Chi Nakao leads off. 316 on the season, no home runs, 4 RBIs. For the series, Nakao is 2 for 9, but has 3 runs scored. First pitch, and it's 9:04 somewhere, but it's 1:04 here. And we are underway with a strike. That one misses low, 1-1. Bearcats lost 5 of the first 7 to start the season. Have won 10 straight since. Jams him a little bit. That is a fly ball to right field. Kresak has it, and there's one away. Evan Wickery, hitting .397 on the season. No home runs, 15 RBIs. That's good for second on the team. He has now started all 17 games for Lander. Wickery hitting .423 over his last 12 games. That's a diving play by Reeves. Turns, throws, strong throw to first. In time to get the runner. And there's two away. We'll meet the Saints' defensive lineup in just a moment, but what a great play by Jacob Reeves. And there's two away. That brings up Connor Droz. 242 on the season, 3 home runs, 6 RBIs. 10 of his 15 hits have been for extra bases. We have a lefty on lefty matchup here. Droz 3 for 10 in the series. Takes that one off the corner for a ball. Jesse Sullivan behind the plate. Kevin Riscassi at first. Carson Page at second. Taylor Schultz at short. Jacob Reeves at third. The pitcher Fisher right down St. George Street for strike one. Fisher is your pitcher, Daniel Fisher. Your left fielder is Mason Gray. Bryce Fitzgerald in center. And Caden Kresak in right. The 1-1 pitch. Throws that by him for strike two. We'll keep you up to date as we go today on teams in action in the conference. The 1-2 pitch. Outside 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Just underway here in St. Augustine. A little cooler than yesterday, about 10 degrees cooler. It's currently 65. But not a cloud in the sky, as you can see. Cut on and missed, and the side is retired. So we've played half an inning, and we are scoreless as the Bearcats take the field. Back in a moment on the Peach Belt Sports Network.
Flagler Athletics would like to thank the following corporate partners. Academy Bus, we know the way. Anchor Faith, a community of people passionate about Jesus. A.D. Davis Construction, builders, developers, and contractors. Bailey Group, no matter where you want to go, we'll help you get there. And B&S Signs, quality signage and service. When it comes to signs, we do it all.
As we get ready for the bottom of the first, let's meet the Saints lineup. Taylor Schultz leads off at short. Mason Gray bats second in left field. Jesse Sullivan is the catcher batting third. Caden Kresak cleans up in right. Eli Maddox is the designated hitter batting fifth. Batting sixth, Kevin Riscassi at first base. Carson Page is at second batting seventh, and batting eighth, Jacob Reeves at third. Batting ninth, Bryce Fitzgerald in center field. Anson Merrick on the mound for the Bearcats, making his fifth start of the year. He is yet to have a decision. That's softball. That's not helpful. I pulled up Blander's softball. Didn't get to go to Greenwood last year for some softball. Beautiful facility. It was cold in Greenwood. Played Ware Shoals Golf Club, a pretty 9-hole course, about 20 minutes outside of town. But I digress. Anson Merrick has won his last 9 decisions. He'll try to make it 10 in a row today. As that first pitch is in the dirt to Taylor Schultz, who's hitting .279 with no home runs and 8 RBI. That is a pop-up in no man's land, but quickly over and making the grab is Nakao. Taichi Nakao has had a great series defensively.
Now batting the left fielder, number 9, Mason Gray.
Mason Gray coming up for the Saints. Hitting 368 over his last 6 games on the season. He is hitting 308 with no home runs and 3 RBIs. Yanks that one just foul down the left field line. Luke Horn is your umpire behind the plate. Michael Parnell at first, and then Keith Atkinson on the third base line. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Gray 1 for 6 in the series. Good pitch on the inside corner from Merrick, and it's 0-2. Mario Lopez Jr. behind the plate. Evan Wickery at first. Tai Chi Nakao at second. Cooper Backman at short as that pitch is high. Zach Cowart's the third baseman. Will McClellan in left. Garrett Chun in center. Grant Sherrod in right field. The pitcher is Anson Merrick. And that is a grounder deep in the hole at short. Fielded by Backman. Great effort, but not in time. And it's the first hit of the game. It's a single for Mason Gray. Gray now up to 400 in his last 7 games, including today. Jesse Sullivan, 239, 1 home run, 10 RBI on the season. Second on the team to Eli Maddox. Excuse me, third on the team. Peyton Palladino is first. That is a grounder to short. And not handled, but in time to get the runner at first. So bobbled by Backman, but he was able to get the runner at first. So Mason Gray advances to second. And with 2 out, the Saints have a runner in scoring position for the cleanup hitter, Caden Kresak. Kresak, no home run, 6 RBI, hitting 306. Still looking for his first hit in this series. He has been struggling a little bit as of late. That one misses outside for ball 1. Lander won game 1 on Friday 2-1. They won last night 7-3. Looking for the sweep. Off-speed pitches up high, and it's 2-0. Big lead at second there for Mason Gray with 2 out. There's the pitch. It's 3-0. On deck is Eli Maddox, who had a home run yesterday. One of the few blemishes for the Lander starting pitcher Dominic Puccetti, who pitched into the 9th to get his nation-leading 5th win of the season. That one at the letters, and that is strike 1. And that is hit the other way, deep into the hole. Backman is going to hold on to it, and that is going to be a single for Kresak, who had been hitless in his last 9 at-bats and 1 for his previous 15. He brings up Eli Maddox here with runners on the corners. He is 2 for 6 in the series, hitting .409 over his last 7 games. For the year, 362, 2 home runs, 11 RBI. 2 home runs lead the team. Gets jammed that time. It's a pop-up in the right field and handled by Sherrod. So the Saints threaten, but Merrick pitches his way out of it. 1 inning complete, and we are scoreless.
Flagler Athletics would like to thank the following corporate partners: Ameris Bank,
We'll be back in just a moment on the Peach Belt Sports Network.
Birchall and Company, find your home today. Culver's, welcome to Delicious. Carrabba's, so close you can taste it. South State Bank, welcome to Banking Forward. And Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Leading off for the Bearcats, right fielder, number 35, Grant Sherrod.
Sherrod, Lopez Jr., and Will McClellan this inning for the Bearcats as Fisher continues on the mound. Fisher, the left-hander from Lambert High School in Sewanee, Georgia, starts off Sherrod with a strike. Grant was 4 for 5 yesterday, upping his average to 358, 2 home runs, 20 RBI. He had 2 yesterday. And he fouls that off, and he's quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Saints came into the weekend as the #1 team in the conference in ERA. That one outside, 1-2, waste pitch there.
Down, Daniel.
1-2 pitch.
There you go.
Sherrod spoils that one. Saw a video of Sherrod from Media Day on my Instagram timeline. He is ripped. That one into the gap, deep to the wall, and run down there by Kresak. Right in front of the 370 sign. So it's a long fly out for Sherrod. Mario Lopez Jr. 2 home runs, 14 RBI, hitting .283. He's 2 for 7 in the series. That one down and in for ball 1 to Lopez. Lopez comes in on a 3-game hitting streak. Back to the box. Fisher takes his time. Throw a little offline, but Rizkasi able to locate it and then find the bag for out number 2. Sometimes pitchers struggle throwing to first base. As a Yankee fan, I learned that sometimes pitchers struggle to cover first base. Although I'm in the minority that does not think that was Garrett Cole's fault. But back here in St. Augustine, we've got Will McClellan, who hit a home run yesterday. He was 2 for 3. That one inside for a ball. For the season, Will is hitting .312 with 4 home runs, which leads the Bearcats in 8 RBIs. Speaking of the Instagram timeline, a monster shot he hit last week showed up on there. When he hits the ball, it goes a long way. It's 2-0 at the plate. Fisher ready. And that is ripped foul. And it's 2-1. Wind coming in from the north, so blowing more towards the scoreboard in right field. As it's 3-1, Garrett Chun would get a turn if McClellan can reach. Fisher's had excellent control, just 8 walks in 24 innings this year. And that is a sky-high pop-up. Sullivan gives chase, and it just misses a fan. And the count is now full. It's one of those days where you're glad to be inside because I don't handle pop-ups. They come up a lot more in softball where I sit. And if I could catch pop-ups, I might not be talking about these games. I'd probably be somewhere else. That is ball 4. That is the first walk of the day issued by Fisher, and the Bearcats have their first runner of the game.
The center fielder, number
Garrett Chun, 255, no home runs, 9 RBI on the season. Still looking for his first hit of the series. Modest lead at first for McClellan, as that one misses for ball 1 outside. McClellan has attempted 1 stolen base. He was successful. Throw back to the first. He's back. Saints have lost 3 of their last 5 at home. Trying to change that here today as that's down and away, 2-0. Sunday. 2-0 pitch coming. Short lead away from first. And it's 3-0. So Fisher having a little trouble feeling out the strike zone right now. On deck, Cooper Backman. On the inside corner, 3-1. Chun is the 4th hitter of the inning. He has 3 balls with 2 strikes, or excuse me, 2 outs, 1 strike, no score. And back-to-back walks here with 2 out. And the Bearcats have a runner in scoring position for the first time as McClellan will go to second and Chun takes his base at first.
the shortstop, number 39, Cooper Backman.
Cooper Backman. 310 on the season, no home runs, 10 RBIs. Bearcats at 293 as a team. It's good for 5th in the conference. Big cut from Backman, strike 1. Cooper 1 for 7 in the series. but hitting .421 over his last 5 games. McClellan at second. Chun at first. Got on and missed. And it's 0-2. Fisher to the plate. Cut on and missed. Strikeout number 2 for Fisher. So the Bearcats put a little pressure on Daniel Fisher, but he calmly strikes out Cooper on 3 pitches, and the side is retired. We are through 1.5 and scoreless here on the Peach Belt Sports Network.
Facility. Hero of Florida, your partner for the complete equipment lifestyle. And Jersey Mike Subs, a sub above.
The Bearcats will go 9-1-2 this inning. Zach Cowart, Tai Chi the Cow, Evan Wickery, which is why you should flip the scorecard over, because it's the Saints that are coming up. Rizkasi, Page, and Reeves. Getting ahead of myself, as always. That is fouled back to start the second. Anson Merrick from Chapin High School in Chapin, South Carolina. He's a senior for the Bearcats. Rizkasi walked in game 1 in his only appearance in the series. He's hitting .286 with 3 RBIs and no home runs. That one misses wide, 1-2. Golfs that one in the right field, and it's a base hit. And Rizkasi has his 3rd hit of the season, and the Saints have the leadoff runner aboard.
Now batting the second baseman, number 3, Carson Page.
Carson Page is 1 for 8 in the series, but for the season is hitting .259 with no home runs, 9 RBI. Page has struggled as of late. Takes the ball there. Anson Merrick has 3 balks this year. The rest of the Peach Belt Conference combined has 4, so he has 3 of the 7. Big lead there. That one hits Page, I believe. No, he didn't. He went around. Looked like he was jumping out of the way. But it's 1-1. Big lead for Rizkasi at first. Has not tried to steal a base yet this year. A little less of a lead this time. Fouls that off. And it's 1-2 to Page. And that is a fly ball to left field, and that's a base hit for Carson Page. He got just enough on it, so 2 balls, not particularly hard hit. In fact, it's been kind of just a punching pop type game for the Saints, but they have 4 hits now and have first and second. Page had been 3 of his last 31 before that. Jacob Reeves is hitless in the series. 1 for 9 on the season. Shows a bunt. Pulls back, pitches a strike. Wiskowski's at second. Page is at first. The only one playing in is the first baseman, Wickery. Now Cowart cheats in a little bit. Middle infielders at about medium depth. There's the bunt. Fouls it off, and it's 0-2. So now Reeves will be swinging. And Mario Lopez taking a minute after bearing the brunt of that foul ball. Wiskowski at second. Page at first. Merrick looks in. It's 0-2 with no one out. Jacob Reeves squaring up with 2 strikes. First baseman cheating in. Drops it down. But it's foul, and that is out number 1. So Reeves tried the bunt with 2 strikes and was not successful. Bryce Fitzgerald, no home runs, 2 RBIs, 143 on the season. Bryce, 1 for 5 in the series. Yesterday he snapped an 0 for 13 hitless streak. He had been hitless in the previous 5 games. Big opportunity here for him. Big cut there, swing and a miss, strike 1. Wiskowski at second, Page at first. Merrick checks the runner. 1-1. That one misses wide. No, he catches the corner. Getting ahead of myself here. It's 1-2. And that one, Fitzgerald swings at and fouls it off to stay alive. One-two pitch coming from Merrick with 2 on and 1 out. Sky high pop up. Cowart fighting the sun back into fair territory, and it'll land. Infield fly. That's what I think it was. Because the runners return to their bases. And Fitzgerald is out.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Taylor Schultz.
So that brings us back to the top of the order for Taylor Schultz. From Allatoona High School in Ackworth, Georgia. Transfer from Georgia State. Spent some time in Atlanta. Popped out to second his first time up. Merrick has allowed 4 hits, but he hasn't been hit particularly hard. That is a grounded to short. Quickly to the bag goes Backman, and the side is retired. So Saints have had 2 hits in each of the first 2 innings, and Merrick has pitched his way out of it.
I'd like to thank the following corporate partners. Maury Law Firm, proud supporter of Flagler Athletics.
We are through 2 innings and scoreless here on the Peach Belt Network.
Noah Bailey Group, your local real estate experts. Northeast Florida Regional Airport, the smart choice for all your air travel needs. 123 Burger House, Grillin' and Chillin'. Pink Store, the wellness brand for women. And PIP Printing, achieve your marketing goal.
Top of the third. Mike Lucio here with you on a beautiful day at Drysdale Field where it's 65 degrees, and as you can hear, a little breezy. Beautiful day, though. They'll go Cowart and the Cow, and we carry 9-1-2 this inning. Cowart, 237. 2 home runs, 5 RBI. Bearcats have hit 14 home runs in 17 games coming in. Fisher right down St. George Street to start off the third. One and one. I was doing softball, and I'm kind of in the stands when I'm doing softball down the road here. And I said right down St. George Street. I heard a parent say, "Where the bleep is that?" It's 1-2 as Cowart cuts and misses. If you're not familiar with St. Augustine, it is the heart of the historic district is St. George Street, just a couple blocks from the Flagler College campus. As that's grounded foul. Cowart had a lot going on in the infield yesterday, and today no different. That was an infield fly, so that was not an error by Cowart last inning on that pop-up. He gets a big piece of that one to the track, to the wall, to Maximo, and it's gone. And the Bearcats take a 1-0 lead on Zach Cowart's third home run of the season. He'll get RBI number 6 and run scored number 9. That ball landed somewhere down on State Road 312. It's usually, actually, where that ball landed is usually where I park for softball, so good thing I'm not there today. Safe Light probably not happy I'm not there today. As that one misses up, ball 1. As we go back to the top of the order with Tai Chi Nakau, who's from Auckland, New Zealand, where it's currently 7:40 in the morning. Good morning. 7:40 Monday morning, as that's a base hit to left field. So back-to-back hits from the Bearcats to start this inning. It's also summer in New Zealand right now. Evan Wickery from Barry University. Excuse me, check that. Yeah, that's right. 45 players on the Bearcat roster card, so sometimes those names and numbers get close together. So he is from Middleburg. Went to Ridgeview, where he played for the Ridgeview Panthers. One 0 pitch. Throw over the first. We've got a couple of players from Lander from the area. Garrett Chun is from Jacksonville. Jake Larson, one of their pitchers, is from Ponte Vedra. That's fouled off. And it's 1-1. And most importantly, at least to me, reserve outfielder Ryan Hansen, who is a St. Augustine High School grad. I was the PA announcer for St. Augustine High School his freshman and sophomore year. Fisher checks the runner at first. And that is a line drive to left field, fielded by Gray, and the Cow quickly gets back, and there's one away. Which brings up the designated hitter, Connor Droz. Droz from Dorman High School in Roebuck, South Carolina. Struck out his first time up. That was the 20th time Droz has struck out in 63 at-bats. Big cut there. But kind of what you'd expect from a guy who has power. 2/3 of his hits have gone for extra bases. He has 4 doubles, 3 home runs, 3 triples. Swings at a pitch that was almost on the L on the Flagler lettering on the field there. That one was way inside, but it's 0-2. He got a piece of it, though. Short lead at first from the Cow. 0-2 pitch. Outside. Good eye by Droz there. It's 1-2. Fisher throws over. The Cow gets back. Taking his time. 1-2 pitch. 2-2. So Droz has worked to even the count for himself at the plate. Bearcats have outscored the Saints 10-4 in this series as the runner goes, and it's grounded foul. The Cow stole a base yesterday. It was his second of the season. Has a good lead away from first. 2-2. Fisher looks over. Now to the plate. And into the turf and through the legs. That one 5-hole Sullivan. He swung at that. So that is the second time today Droz strikes out.
Right fielder number 35,
Strikeout number 3 today for Fisher. The count goes to second, though. That one's in for a strike to Sherrod. Grant 6'4", 225 from Sumner, Washington. Transferred to Lander from down the road at USC Upstate. That is a base hit to right field. Nicao makes a turn for home. Gray fires in. Into the plate and not in time. Nicao slides and scores. And it's 2-0. So an RBI single for Sherrod, his 21st of the year. Came into the weekend sixth in the Peach Belt in RBIs. The athletic trainer out there to check on Gray. Correction, that was the shortstop, Schultz, I believe. That is number 2, Tanner Schultz, and he's walking it off. Mario Lopez Jr.
Catcher number 45, Mario Lopez Jr.
from Nova Southeastern. All the way to Greenwood. Grounded back to Fisher's first time up. Pitches a ball. Sherrod is the runner at first. Sherrod now with a 4-game hit streak, by the way, as it's 1-1. Hitting over 350 during that hit streak. Down and in, 2-1. Checks the runner. Sherrod gets back. Sherrod has stolen 2 bases and been caught once. Count now 3-1. On deck is McClellan. Sherrod the runner at first. Fisher to the plate. And that is strike 2, so Lopez will have to come back. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runs in the inning for the Bearcats. Trying to add to that here is Lopez. Fisher. That's a grounder to second. Page over the first in time, and the side is retired. But the Bearcats get 2. One of those is Zach Coward home run. 2.5 innings complete. Lander leads 2-0 on the Peach Belt Sports Network.
Flagler Athletics would like to thank the following corporate partners. UF Health St. John's, a bright new beginning in healthcare. Hyundai of St. Augustine. When it comes to dreaming big, we're thinking of every mile. Salt Life. Eat, drink, and be salty. Holiday Inn Express. Flagler College Athletics official hotel. Sonny's, local pitmaster since 68. We don't just serve barbecue, we are barbecue. And Spartan Orthopedic Institute. Sports medicine and robotic surgery.
bottom of the third.
Number 9, Mason Gray.
Mason Gray. He'll be followed by Jesse Sullivan and Caden Kresak. Anson Merrick has given up 4 hits, but 2 infield hits and two balls that pop-ups that made it just out of the infield, so he hasn't been hit particularly hard. And speaking of not getting hit particularly hard, Mason Gray gets hit by that one. That's the sixth batter of the year that Merrick has hit.
Number 44, Jesse Sullivan.
He had the third most hit batsman in the Peach Belt Conference, so he adds to that total. First pitch to Sullivan is a ball. Jesse grounded the short his first time up. From Jupiter Community High School in Jupiter. Down I-95 as the runner goes. Throw to second. Not going to be in time. It's a stolen base for Mason Gray. His 7th of the season. Pitch was a strike, so it's 1-1. And that is fouled off. That's going to be in fair territory, actually. And caught cleanly by the first baseman, Wickery, so it's 1 away
Now batting the
for
right
Caden
fielder,
Kresak.
number 1, Caden Kresak.
Caden Kresak had a single his last at bat. Kresak from Gainesville, Florida. That one in the dirt, fielded and not in time. Nice slide by Gray as he steals third. So back-to-back stolen bases. The pitch was a ball. Back-to-back stolen bases by Mason Gray. Kresak transferred from Lake Sumter State. He went to Buchholz High School. Gotten to cover Buchholz football a few times. Powerhouse team in that sport. Really good in baseball as well. It's 1-1. That is going to just land foul. Great effort by Cowart. So it's 1-2 to Kresak. Wickery cheating in just a little bit on the infield grass. Which, by the way, if you're wondering here, the infield is turf. And then the outfield is natural grass. That is a grounder to short. Over the first is Backman. But the run scores, so Kresak 6-3 on the putout, but the Saints get one back as Mason Gray steals 2 bases, gets himself in position to score, and does.
36, Eli Maddox.
So RBI number 7 for Kresak. Run scored number 6 for Gray as Eli Maddox comes up. No balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Fly ball. Center field coming all the way over to make the play is Chun, and the side is retired. Saints get one back, though. 3 innings complete. They trail 2-1 on the Peach Belt Sports Network.
Augustine Marina for all your boating and fishing needs. St. John's Family Funeral Home and Crematory. Services unique as life. Stellar Group, taking solutions further. Sunshine Realty for all your real estate needs. Taylor and Waldron, St. Augustine lawyers backed by experience. Stiffen and Spellman nationwide. UBS Financial. Pursue what matters most to you for today, tomorrow, and generations to come. And Vested Metals, a customer-centric and solution-based metal supplier.
Work ahead, Dave.
Top of the fourth. Daniel Fisher back to work. It'll be McClellan, Chun, and Backman. Fisher continues on the mound. He struck out 3 and walked 1 through 3 innings, allowing 2 runs on 3 hits as that's fouled off. McKellen from Crescent High School in Anderson, South Carolina. Walked his first time up. That's popped up. Schultz locates it and squeezes it, and there's one away.
Center fielder, number 11, Garrett Chun.
Garrett Chun, the Bethune-Cookman transfer. Takes a ball there. Chun from Jacksonville, Florida. Former Clay Blue Devil. That will land on top of the covers, the sunshades there out by the visiting dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, a 1-run game. 1-1, 11 that is. Chun at the plate. Lefty on lefty as Fisher comes to the plate. Right down St. George Street for strike 2. Two into the Chun. Chun graduated from Clay in 2020. That's a play. Nice play by Schultz. Nice effort, but he couldn't hold the bag there. My guess is that's going to be a hit, and it is. Great effort by Schultz to get to that ball, but Chun able to beat it out.
Stop, number 39, Cooper Backman.
What I was going to say about Chun is that probably came across him a time or two when he was in high school. Over the first, Chun is back. As Cooper Backman from Riverview High School in Sarasota is at the plate. Chun is 3 for 3 in stolen base attempts. And Fisher eyeing him closely. Fisher has 2 pickoffs on the season. First offering to Backman is down and in for a ball. Modest lead at first for Chun. To the plate. That's deep in the hole for Schultz. Long throw to first. And back-to-back infield singles. Really only one hard hit ball. Zach Cowart's home run. He's going to try to hit another one here in his second at bat. Transfer from North Greenville. Calls Lexington, South Carolina home. So Chun the second, Backman the first. And that's grounded foul. Coward had a tape measure shot in the third. Back to second. And in time, Chun gets back. That one inside. One ball, one strike, one out. A one-run lead for Lander here in the top of the fourth. That one misses low, 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Fly ball. Shallow right field. Coming over and making the play from center is Fitzgerald. And there's two away. Back to the top of the order. Third time up for Tai Chi Nakao. Nakao is 1 for 2 today. 3 for 11 in the series. Big lead at first for Backman. Chun is not as much at second as that pitch is a ball. Runner gets back. Fisher on 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Nakao hitting .379 over his last 7 games. Has a hit now in 5 of his last 6. Chun at second, Backman at first. Here with 2 out. Fisher ready. On the inside corner, good pitch there. It's 1-2. One-two pitch, and that's going to find its way through to left field. Chun turns for home. Throw in from Gray. And Sullivan couldn't get his hands on it, and the run scores. It's an RBI single for Nikau, who's now up to 400 in his last 7 games. That's his 5th RBI of the season. Run scored for Chun is number 5, and it's 3-1. Brings up Wickery, who's 0 for 2. Came in hitting .423 over his last 12 games. That's a fly ball to left field. Gray has it, and the side is retired. But the Bearcats had another one. They extend their lead to 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 4th here on the Peach Belt Sports Network. Bottom of the 4th here at Drysdale Field. Saints will send 6, 7, and 8. Rizkasi, Page, and Reeves. Rizkasi singled his first time up. A sophomore from Fort Myers, went to Bishop Verot High School. Fouls that one out into the parking lot. That one, Flair gets out of play, and it's 0-2. Anson Merrick continues. He's given up 1 run on 4 hits. Struck out 1. Fly ball to left field for McClellan. He has it, and there's 1 away. 1 strikeout, 1 walk for Merrick thus far. Carson Page from Lowndes High School in Valdosta, Georgia. Slow roller to short. Backman across the diamond. Over the first in time, and there's 2 away. Jacob Reeves from Holland, Michigan comes up. Still looking for his first hit in the series. And now for the second time today, Merrick has hit a batter. That is the 7th batter this year he's hit and brings up Bryce Fitzgerald, the former Haggerty Husky from Oviedo, Florida. They hosted a track meet in high school yesterday at Haggerty. Is that a strike? One of the teams I cover, the FPC Bulldogs, taking first place in that meet. No balls, one strike, two out. 3 runs for the Bearcats in the fourth. Got on and missed, and it's 0-2. Reeves is the runner at first. Oh, 2 pitch misses outside, 1-2. Saints trying to avoid a sweep here. Merrick deals. That one gets away. And Reeves will advance. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Saints trail by 2. Haven't lost the first 2 games of this series. Fitzgerald waits. Merrick delivers. Cut on and missed. Strikeout number 2 for Merrick, and the side is retired. Saints get a runner aboard, but leave him right there at second base. 4 innings complete. Lander leads 3-1 here on the Peach Belt Sports Network. Top of the 5th, the Bearcats come up. Droz, Sherrod, and Lopez. The heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5. Droz has struck out twice today. First pitch from Fisher is a ball. Fisher has allowed 3 runs on 6 hits, 2 of them earned. He struck out 3 and walked 1 through 4. Fouled off, and it's 1-1. That one in for a strike, 1-2. Droz hitting .241 over his last 8 games. Count is even, 2-2. He's done a good job of working counts today. This will be the 15th pitch he's seen from Daniel Fisher. Fouls that one off. We'll do it again. Wind's supposed to pick up over the next couple of hours here in St. Augustine, where it's currently 65 degrees. Cut on and missed, and for the 3rd time today, Droz goes down swinging. Strikeout number 4 for Fisher. That brings up Grant Sherrod.
Right fielder number 35, Grant Sherrod.
Boy, Flagler pitching probably can't wait for him to get out of town. He is 6 for 11 in the series. He was 4 for 5 yesterday. He's 1 for 2 today. Takes that one in for a strike. Jammed on that one into the crowd. Those giant shades they have over there have done their job to keep fans from getting hit today. Because that one is fouled off of there. There's no balls, 1 out, 2 strikes. 3 runs for Lander, 4 hits for the Saints here in the 5th, 6 hits for the Bearcats. And it's 1-2. Fisher has the one he wants. Just off the corner, it's 2-2. Good location there. But Sherrod does not give chase. Here's the 2-2. Grounded to second. Page over to Riscasi. And there's 2 away. Mario Lopez Jr. is 0 for 2 today. 2 for 9 in the series. Grounded back to the pitcher in the second. Grounded to short in the third. That one down and in for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. On the inside corner, 1-1. Bearcats 12-5 overall. Saints 11-5. Looks like maybe a pitch comm issue for Sullivan. One ball, 1 strike, 2 out. That one bounces in the turf, and it's 2-2 to Mario Lopez Jr. Lopez Jr. trying to extend his hitting streak to 4 games. Cuts on that one and misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, a 2-run lead for the Bearcats, who've won the first 2 games of this series. Bearcats also have 2 more hits than the Saints. That is a grounder. Page takes his time, gets it over to Riscasi, and the side is retired. 4 in a row retired for Fisher. We're halfway home. The Saints trail 3-1 on the Peach Belt Sports Network. Anson Merrick continues for the Bearcats. Struck out 2, walked 1. 1 run on 4 hits. He'll face the top of the order. Taylor Schultz, Mason Gray, and Jesse Sullivan. Schultz is 0 for 2 as that one misses wide. Merrick's been efficient. That was only his 52nd pitch. And it's 1-1. Schultz comes in with a hit in 12 of his last 15 games and the last 3 in a row. It's 5 for 11 in the series. He's ahead of the count here, 2-1. And that is going to get into center field, and the hit streak is now at 4 for Schultz. He now has a hit in 13 of his last 16 games, and the Saints get the leadoff runner on.
Now batting the left fielder, number 9, Mason Gray.
Mason Gray singled and made it all the way to third his first time up. Got hit by a pitch, stole 2 bases, and scored on his second at bat. So 1 for 1 on the day. Merrick checks the runner. He gets back. Schultz has a stolen base in the series. He has 8 on the season. First pitch is a ball to Gray. Schultz, 8 stolen bases, leads the team. Merrick is aware of that. One 0 pitch. Merrick doesn't even look at the runner that time. It's outside, 2-0. Saints 43 for 51 in stolen base attempts. Good move there by Merrick, but Schultz gets back. Two-0 pitch. Shows bunt. Popped up. And the pitcher fields it. Don't see that one a lot in baseball. A pop up to the pitcher off a bunt. See it in softball every now and again. But there's one away. As Merrick fields his position. Sullivan 0 for 2 today. Two for 10 in the series, trying to extend his hitting streak to 4 games. Takes ball 1. Schultz is the runner at first. Merrick back to first, and he's back. Keeping his eye on Schultz there. Schultz taking a big lead. He goes. That is a base hit to right field. Schultz makes the turn for third. He's going to get there. And there's runners at the corners with 1 out after a single by Jesse Sullivan.
Now batting the right fielder, number 1, Caden Krisak.
Caden Krisak comes up for the 3rd time today. He's 1 for 2. Runners at the corners. Big opportunity. Line drive into the right field corner. That should be extra bases. Schultz is going to come home. Going to third is Sullivan, and it's an RBI double for Caden Kresak, and it's 3-2. Sullivan goes first to third. For Schultz, his 10th run scored of the season. For Sullivan, his 7th double.
Now batting the designated hitter.
He came in third in the Peach Belt Conference in doubles this weekend. As Maddox will now come up with a tying run, now on third here in the bottom of the fifth. Maddox 0 for 2. Kresak, by the way, now 2 for 3 on the day. First really hard hit ball off Merrick, actually, and that's a ball. Wickery playing just on the grass at first. That's grounded foul. He dives and makes the play in foul territory, so it's a strike, but shows Wickery was probably in the right position. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 run this inning for the Saints already. It's a 1-run lead now for Lander. Two and 1. Good eye there by Maddox. Sullivan at third. Kresak at second. Merrick deals. Grounded to third. Throw to the plate. Tag made, and there's 2 away. Nice play there. 5-2. Sullivan is out at the plate. It's a fielder's choice for Maddox. Kresak has to hold at second.
The first baseman, number 11, Kevin Riscasi.
Brings up Riscasi, who's 1 for 2 today. Singled in the third. Excuse me, check that just a second. Outside, ball 1. That is a grounded to third. And what a play by Cowart to get over the first to throw out Riscasi. Saints get one back, though. 5 innings complete. Bearcats lead 3-2 on the Peach Belt Sports Network. Top of the sixth, the Bearcats will send McClellan, Chun, and Backman up 6-7-8. Daniel Fisher continues. He struck out 4. Starts the inning off with a ball to McClellan. McClellan 0 for 1, walked in the second. One around, 1-1. Looks like McClellan wanted an appeal. Luke Horn said he was happy with the call he made behind the plate there, so it's 2-1. That's in for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to McClellan, who is 3 for 7 in the series with 4 walks. So he's gotten on base 7 of the 11 times he's come up. And that is a foul tip that they say hit the ground. So McClellan stays alive. Two balls, 2 strikes to McClellan, who hit a home run yesterday. That one he goes the other way. The 2-strike approach. Makes a big turn at first, but nice job by Kresak to get that ball in there. And it's a single for McClellan. This is an old man baseball take, I know. But I love when a hitter gets 2 strikes and they just shorten up and go the other way. It's probably why McClellan has a 7-game hitting streak now. As he continues to swing a red-hot bat. McClellan now hitting .432 in his last 12 games as Chun fouls that off. Will in the top 10 in slugging, by the way, for the Peach Bell Conference. Fisher checks the runner. McClellan's only stolen 1 base this year. Not a huge run threat. The 0-1. That stays up. 1-1 to Chun. Chun walked in the second, singled and scored in the fourth, so he is yet to be retired today. After going 0 for 7 in games 1 and 2. Throw to first, runners back. One pitch. Nice pitch on the inside corner there. 1-2. No one out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fisher to the plate. Down and away. Chun doesn't give chase. The former Clay Blue Devil at the plate. Count is full. And with that ball down in the turf, heads up base running by McClellan to take second base. Cooper Backman on deck. Lander trying to create some scoring at the bottom of the order. Attendance today, 246. That one stays up, and it's a 6-pitch walk for Chudden. It's first and second with no one out. Those 246 have been treated to a beautiful game, a beautiful day, and a great game. So we're going to have a mound visit here, as Greg Williams is going to go to the bullpen. We'll tell you who in just a moment.
Attention fans, now pitching for the Saints, number 24, Ethan Bobo.
So Ethan Bobo is going to come in for the Saints. Ethan making his 5th appearance. 0-0 with 3 saves. Struck out 16 and 14 and 2/3. Bobo had a 3-inning save the last time I saw him pitch against American International a little over a week ago. As Greg Williams is calling on him here. A pretty critical point in the game.
Shortstop number 39, Cooper Backman.
So Cooper Backman comes up for the 3rd time today. He singled his last time up. Bobo checks the runner at second, which is Will McClellan. Garrett Chun's the runner at first. Still no one out here in the 6th. Runners go. Whoa. Nope, I'm sorry. That was out of the corner of my eye. Saw movement. It was Schultz going to cover 3rd. Backman takes the ball. Throw behind the runner, and he's back. Corner infielders are in on the grass here. Throw to the plate. Grounded foul. It's 1-1. Wind is picked up. It was about 12 miles an hour at first pitch. It's up to about 16. One and two now to Backman. McClellan at second, Chun at first on 1 and 2 to Backman. Down and away, 2 and 2. Bearcats trying to add to their lead. Ultimately trying to win their 11th in a row. Bobo to the plate. Grounded back to Bobo. Checks the runner. Couldn't keep his footing. And the runner is safe. So an infield single loads the bases for Coward, who has already hit a home run today.
Third baseman number 8, Zach Coward.
Bobo checked the runner, lost his balance a little bit, but Cooper was motoring up the first baseline. First pitch in for a strike. Cowart flew out to center his last time up. Homer to right in the third. Inside, 1-1. McClellan at third, Chun at second, Backman at first. Just off the corner. Sullivan tried to frame it, but it's 2-1. Got on and missed, 2-2. Count runs full. No place to put Cowart with the bases loaded. Tai Chi the Cow on deck for the Bearcats. Payoff pitch, fouled off, will do it again. Seventh pitch of the at-bat. McClellan at third, Chun at second, Backman at first. Bobo on the bump. Cowart at the dish. 3-2, one more time. At the knees, called strike, down looking goes Cowart. Big strikeout there for Ethan Bobo, his first of the game.
Second baseman number 4, Tai Chi the Cow.
Tai Chi the Cow comes up for the fourth time today. He's 2 for 3. Continues to play out of his mind at the plate, hitting the ball very well. Takes a ball to start. One and one. Count is even. Bobo trying to climb out of a hole here. Inherited 2 runners. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 run lead right now as that's fouled off and it's 1-2. The Cow transferred from Southeastern Community College. That one just off the corner, 2-2. Nicao trying to make it a manic Monday, at least for the folks back home where it is already Monday. McClellan at third, Chun at second, Backman at first. And that is fouled out of play. And that one gets away, and a run is going to score. The count is now full. As McClellan scores, Chun goes to third, Backman goes to second. That run is charged to Fisher. Fisher still responsible for Backman. Excuse me, he's responsible for Chun. It's 4-2. 4 runs for the Bearcats. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 7th pitch of the at-bat. And it's going to be a 7-pitch walk for for Nuckow, who reaches for the 3rd time today. And loads the bases up once again. Wickery is 0 for 3, but he's been a dangerous hitter all year. Currently trying to continue a 3-game hitting streak. Leads the nation in doubles. That's a grounder to short. Flipped over to second. On the first for 2. Double play. 6-4-3. Bobo gets out of it, but the Bearcats do add a run. We go to the bottom of the 6th. They lead 4-2.
Leading off for the Saints, the second baseman, number 3, Carson Page.
Eric picked up an insurance run. Nice effort by Backman, but that is going to be legged out by Page, who's now 2 for 3 with 2 infield hits. Page will be followed by Reeves, Fitzgerald this inning. And should we get there, we'll be back to the top of the order with Schultz.
Baseman number 40, Jacob Reeves.
Saints made Merrick work a little more that inning. He's only around 70 pitches, though, as we go into the 6th. Nice lead by Page. That's fouled off by Reeves, who's 0 for 1 and was hit by a pitch. Carson Page, 6 of 7 on stolen base attempts. Nice move there by Merrick. He gets back. Saints will be back at it Tuesday here at Drysdale Field. That one stays down 1-1. Merrick trying to win his 10th straight decision. His last loss was March 9th, 2022 against Wingate. That's a fly ball to left field. To the track. To the wall. And off the wall. It's a double for Reeves, and it's second and third. The tying run now in scoring position for the Saints. Page to third, Reeves to second. And that looks like Tyler McClanahan, the transfer from Alabama State, is going to pinch hit here for Bryce Fitzgerald.
Pinch hitting for the Saints, number 18, Tyler McClanahan.
McClanahan 211 on the season, no home runs, 5 RBIs. One for his last 9. Takes one in for a ball. Page at third, Reeves at second. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Nice pitch there, and it's 1-1. That one blocked in the turf that time by Lopez. Count is 2-1. Page at third. Big lead at second base for Reeves. That's grounded to first. Checking the back, getting back and getting in under the tag. That was a close call for Reeves. Nice play at first by Wickery to step on the bag. Made sure to keep the runner at third and then almost got Reeves at second. So McClanahan is out 3 unassisted. Schultz now 1 for 3 today. Singled and scored in the 5th. Schultz with a 4-game hitting streak. Takes a ball. Four-game hitting streak during which he's 7 for 13. Slaps that the other way. It gets down. That's going to be a base hit. 1 run will score. Schultz goes to second on the throw. Page will score. Reeves holds at third. It's an RBI single for Schultz. His 9th RBI of the season, and it's 4-3 as Mason Gray comes up. Again, just putting the ball in play. If you're wondering how Reeves' ball didn't get out of the park, take a look at that flag. It's now blowing in from left field. Gray was hit by a pitch, and he singled. He's stolen 2 bases. Popped out a bunt to the pitcher his last time up. Slices that one out of play. That one on the corner. Nice pitch by Merrick. Gets the call. It's 0-2. Reeves at third. Schultz at second. Merrick to the plate. Nice block there by Lopez. And it's 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Grounded to third. Reeves goes back. Throw over the first in time. And there's 2 away. So the first thing that Coward did was he looked the runner back before throwing over to first for the second out of the inning.
Now batting the catcher, number 44,
Jesse Sullivan is now 1 for 2, 1 for 3. He popped out his second time up, grounded to short his first time up, and singled in the fifth. So a little mound visit. To talk to Merrick, who is one batter away from maintaining the lead. Merrick came in with a 4.98 ERA. He has pitched very well today. Trying to avoid his first loss in almost 3 years to the day. That one blocked for ball 1 to Sullivan. Sullivan extended his inning streak to 4 games his last time up. That's a line drive to center field. It's going to hold up. And Chun's going to run it down. But the Saints get one back. 6 complete. They trail 4-3 on the Peach Belt Sports Network. Couple of defensive changes for the Saints. Jaden Ross comes into the game to play right field, and Caden Kresak will move to center. Bobo stays on the mound, though. As Droz fouls that off. 0-2 quickly to Droz, who struck out 3 times today. Has 22 strikeouts and 65 at bats, so 1 out of every 3 at bats on average is a strikeout for Droz. But he's slugging .548. And you see why there with that fly ball to left field. He goes the other way, almost to the warning track. And another thing that's typical of Droz, that's his 5th double of the season. 11 of his 16 hits this year have been for extra bases. So Droz now has a 5-game hitting streak. As Sherrod comes up. Sherrod 6 for 12 in the series. He has made the Saints work. Ethan Bobo. Outside, ball 1. Outside 2-0. Joe pitch with Droz on second. Popped up. Second base. Page has it, and there's one away. Lopez is 0 for 3 as he comes up for the 4th time.
Catcher number 45, Mario Lopez Jr.
First pitch, Lopez is a ball from Ethan Bobo. Ethan transferred from Lincoln Memorial. He's a senior from Marietta, Georgia. Droz on second. That is fouled off the other way. That's going to one-hop into the Saints bullpen. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 on, a 1-run lead for the Bearcats. Trying to win their 11th in a row. Bobo kicks. Big swing from Lopez, and it's 1-2. Checks the runner at second. Gets him in on the hands, but he gets that through for a base hit to center field. Quickly thrown in by Ross. It looked like Lopez got jammed a little bit on that pitch, but he was able to still get enough on it to put runners at the corners with 1 out. Will McClellan 1 for 2 today. 4 for 8 in the series. First pitch is a ball. McClellan walked in the first, singled in the sixth. So he's been on base twice today. That one drops in for a strike, 1-1. Lopez, the runner at first. Droz, the runner at third. That is grounded through for a base hit to left field. That is going to score Droz. Lopez the second on the RBI single for McClellan. His ninth of the season, and the Bearcats lead is back out to 5-3.
Center fielder number 11, Garrett Chun.
Chun has been up 3 times. He's walked twice, singled once. So he is yet to be retired. First pitch just off the corner, 1-0. That is a fly ball to left field. Gray has it, turns around and gets it back in for the second out of the inning. Cooper Backman is 2 for 3.
Shortstop number 39, Cooper Beckman.
3 for 10 in the series. He singled twice today. First offering from Bobo misses for a ball. McClellan at first, Lopez at second. Here with 2 out in the top of the 7th. Outside, 2-0. Checks the runner first. He gets back. Trying to catch McClellan napping there. With the catcher on second base, I don't expect that the Bearcats will be running. Lopez has not attempted a stolen base. That's a grounder to short. Flip over to second in time from Schultz to Page, and the side is retired. But the Bearcats get a run back. Their lead now back up to 2 as we go back to the bottom of the 7th. It's stretch time here in St. Augustine.
Leading off for the Saints, the center fielder, number 1, Caden Kresak.
So a new pitcher for the Bearcats is Evan Demarius. Fourth appearance for him. He struck out 3 and 4 2/3. He has an 11.57 ERA. And he'll face Caden Kresak, who takes ball 1. Cut on and missed, 1-1. That's the thing when you're a reliever early in the year, one bad inning, and your numbers just get all sorts of out of whack. That one in for a strike, 1-1. That's fouled off. Stays 1-2. Six innings for Merrick. 3 runs. All earned. 10 hits. 2 strikeouts and a walk. Just 83 pitches. That one just off the corner. Safe to say Lopez wanted that one. Cut on and missed. And there's one away. First strikeout of the day for Demarius.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 36, Eli Maddox.
Maddox 0 for 3 today. Demarius making his first appearance since pitching an inning in the third, a scoreless inning in the third at Belmont Abbey. Got on and missed. He's quickly ahead. 0-2 here. Demarius locked in early. The 0-2 pitch. And that's fought off by Maddox. Saints have action in their bullpen. One and two, waste one there. Base is empty in the bottom of the seventh. Saints trying to avoid the sweep. Would drop them to 0-3 to start the Peach Belt season. Two and two. That one's just off. Cut on and miss. Strikeout number 2 for Demarius, and there's 2 away. And that brings up Riscasi. Kevin is 1 for 3 today with a single. First pitch from Demarius is fouled off. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 3 runs for the Saints in the game. And that is a base hit to right field. Riscasi is 2 for 4. And a 2-out single will bring up Carson Page, who's 2 for 3. The 11th Saint hit of the day. No balls, one strike, 2 out, 3 runs for the Bearcats. This is the fourth batter of the inning. Two quick strikes. Demarius wasting no time, working quickly. Riscasi at first. The 0-2 pitch. That one gets away. And Kevin Riscasi is going to go to second. On the wild pitch. Evan Demarius on 1-2. Fly ball into the gap. That's going to get down. That should be extra bases. The center fielder falls over. We hope he's okay. Going in the third for 3 is Page, and it's an RBI triple, his third hit of the game, and it's 5-4. Riscasi scores from second. Looks like Chun is okay. So now the tying run 90 feet away for Reeves, who's 1 for 2, had an RBI double his last time up. That's a base hit to right field. Trotting home is Page, and we are tied on Reeves' second hit of the game. And that will bring up Jaden Ross for the first time today.
Now batting the right fielder, number 23, Jaden Ross.
And maybe for the first time this year. Check that. First time in the series for Ross. He takes a strike. Ross 167. No home runs, no RBI. Reeves at first. That's a grounder to second. Over the first. In time. And the side is retired. But the Saints get 2 back, and the game is tied as we go to the top of the 8th here at Drysdale Field on the Peach Belt Sports Network. Bearcats will go 9-1-2 here in the top of the 8th. Mike Licio here with you on a crystal clear, beautiful day in St. Augustine. Maybe a little bit of cloud cover rolling in, but the sea breeze holding it off. Coward takes a strike as Ethan Bobo enters his third inning of work. Coward hit a home run in the third. He's now down 0-2. It was a no-doubter. That's fouled off. Stays 0-2. And that is up the middle. Coming across the play to make the play is Schultz, and a great throw, a great scoop by Riscassi. And a 6-3 put out. Great play coming across there by Schultz. Tai Chi Nakao is 2 for 3 with a walk today. That one buzzes the tower for ball 1. One ball, one strike, one out. Fouled off 1-2. Nakao 4 for 12 in the series. Is going to drop in and make that 5 for 13. He has his third hit of the day. He's now 3 for 4.
First baseman number 9, Evan Wickery.
Wickery is 0 for 4 today. Maybe his last chance to try and extend his hitting streak, which is currently at 3 games. Checks the runner at first. He's back. Nakao with just 2 stolen bases on the season, but one of them was yesterday. Back again, trying to keep him close. Want to try and keep the runner out of scoring position here in the late innings. First pitch to the plate is a ball. Wickery grounded to third in the first, flew out to left in the third, flew out to right in the fourth, and hit into a double play to end the sixth. Bobo to the plate. Doesn't get the call there. It's 2-0. Count is now 3-0. Connor Droz on deck. And that is a 4-pitch walk as Wickery reaches. Probably will end his hitting streak, but he gets the go-ahead run 90 feet closer. Bobo felt a little squeezed on that one.
Designated hitter number 30, Connor Droz.
Statistically, it feels like this is probably a typical day for Connor Droz. He's 1 for 4 with a double and 3 strikeouts. Strikes out about 30% of the time. Ends up with an extra base hit about 2/3 of the time, though, when he does get a hit. Count is 1-0. 5 straight balls by Bobo. So there is a huddle at the mount as we are in the later innings, and the tying run is in scoring position. There are two pitchers getting loose in the Saints bullpen. So it's 1 ball, no strikes to Connor Droz. Tai Chi Nakao at second. Evan Wickery at first. Droz fouls that off. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. One hit could give the Bearcats the lead. Bobo ready. Fouled out of play. 1-2. Nakao at second. Wickery at first. Fly ball, right field. Headed towards the corner. And it's going to be foul. The shift in wind might have pushed that one just foul. So it stays 1-2 with 1 out. Wind now blowing in from right at about 18 miles an hour. Bad thing if you're a slicer of the golf ball. That's fouled the other way. One-two pitch from Bobo. 2 on. Big strikeout there. Strikeout number 2 for Ethan Bobo. The 4th strikeout of the day for Connor Droz. And there's 2 away. Saints are not out of the woods yet, though, as Sherrod comes up. Grant is 1 for 4 today with an RBI single. Six for 13 in the series. Cut on and miss. Strike 1. That is a roller to short. Over to second. Stepping on the bag is Schultz, and the side is retired. So Ethan Bobo pitches his way out of a jam. We go to the bottom of the 8th, still tied at 5. Taylor Schultz, Mason Gray, Jesse Sullivan. So they'll go 1-2-3 this inning for the Saints. Kurt Rogers is the closer for the Bearcats. His 8th appearance, 0-0 with a 1.80 ERA and 3 saves. He struck out 8 in 10 innings. Through 1 2/3 scoreless innings on Friday night for the Bearcats. And that one inside for a ball. Schultz 2 for 4 today. That is into left field, and it's going to land fair. Just inside the line. Backman overran it, so that is a double to lead the inning off. We talked about the wind coming across from left field to right field, possibly pushing that one back. So the Saints have the go-ahead run in scoring position with no one out. And Mason Gray coming up. He's 1 for 3 today. A 3-hit day for Schultz. And that's bunted again, popped up by Gray. He had one popped up to the pitcher earlier. Schultz 9 for 14 over his last 4 games. Schultz at second, Gray at the plate. Rogers on the mound. Gray shows bunt, gets that one down, back to the pitcher. Gray motoring. Did he get there? He did not. Great play to field that one at first base by Wickery. But he does his job there and moves the runner over. So the tying run, the go-ahead run. Now, at third base for Sullivan. Sullivan is 1 for 4 today. First pitch is a strike to Jesse. That is grounded foul, 1-1. Check that, 0-2. Schultz at third with 1 out in a tie ball game here in the bottom of the 8th. Tried to hold up, he did not, and there's 2 away. Big strikeout there for Rogers, his first of the game. And that brings up Caden Kresak. Caden 2 for 4 today. Kurt Rogers second in the Peach Belt Conference in saves. This is not a save situation. Kresak doubled in the 5th to bring in a run. That's back to Rogers. Tosses it over to first. Scooped up there by Wickery. And the side is retired. So we go to the 9th. We are tied at 5. Back for the 9th here in a moment on the Peach Belt Sports Network. Top of the ninth, Ethan Bobo back to work. He's given up 1 run on 5 hits. Struck out 1, walked 1. He'll face Lopez Jr., McClellan, and Chun. 5, 6, 7. And that's a strike to Lopez. Oops, sorry, I got you booby trapped here. It's 1-1 to Lopez. Our producer trying to adjust the camera because the lighting keeps changing outside. And I almost tripped him up. No good deed goes unpunished as that's popped up in the foul territory. Making a long run and getting it is Carson Page. And there's one away. Carson Page had to go a long way for that one. And Will McClellan comes up. McClellan picked up where he left off yesterday. He's 2 for 4 with an RBI. 5 for 10 in the series. Swings and misses at that one. It's fouled off and it's 0-2. McClellan came in hitting .312 as he takes the ball there. Hitting .330 at the moment. That one skips away and bounces right back to Sullivan, and it's 2-2. Cut on and missed. Strikeout number 2. That's actually strikeout number 3 today for Bobo. And there's 2 away for Garrett Chun. Chun 1 for 2 with 2 walks. Been on 3 of the 4 times he's stepped up. Fouls that one off for strike 1. Bases empty with 2 out, no balls, 1 strike, 2 out to the third hitter of the inning. It's now 1-1. Popped up. Out in no man's land. Page somehow tracks it down. It's swirling up there in the wind, but he's able to locate it. Great defensive work this inning by Page, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3. Bobo is retired 5 in a row. The Saints are going to try to make sure he doesn't have to retire anymore. They come up in the bottom half of the ninth with the 5, 6, 7. Back in a moment here on the Peach Belt Sports Network. Mike Licio here with you at Drysdale Field. It's the bottom of the ninth. We're tied at 5. Tyler Bowen is going to try and get the Bearcats to the 10th. He's making his 5th appearance of the season. He's 0-0 with a 12 ERA. He's allowed 4 earned runs in 3 innings. He struck out 8 in that time as well. He'll face the designated hitter Eli Maddox, Kevin Rizkasi, and Carson Page. Maddox is 0 for 4. Rizkasi is 2 for 4. Page is 3 for 4, including the game-tying triple in the 7th. Eli Maddox did hit a home run yesterday, and he steps up.
Leading off for the Saints, the designated hitter.
Saints trying to avoid the sweep. Bowen last pitched against Limestone last week, struck out 3 and gave up a run in 1 inning. First pitch in for a strike. One and one to Eli Maddox. Inside, 2 and 1. Maddox hitting 346. Make that number changes just now with his first hit of the game. I would expect that somebody's coming out to run, and they are. And that's Will Taylor, I believe.
Attention fans, pitch ready for the Saints, number 8, Will Taylor.
So Will Taylor will come on to pinch run from Mobile. One to McGill Tulane Catholic High School. As Wisconsin is 2 for 4 coming up. .370 now for Maddox over the last 8 games. Rizkasi 2 for 4. Big lead from Taylor. He's going to get back. First pitch is a bomb strike. Taylor goes. Throw in the second. Perfect throw. Gets him. What a throw by Lopez there. It would take a perfect throw to have gotten Taylor there, and that is what Lopez delivered. He's out 2-6 on the caught stealing. At the plate, the count is now 1-2 to Rizkasi. Bowen throws that one high, 2-2. Saints have 15 hits today. That's a slow roller. Charging hard is Nikau. Flips it over to first. Scooped in time by Wickery. And there's 2 away. Saints had 14 hits in the first 2 games of the series. They have 15 today. If you have to have somebody from the bottom of the order up, how about Carson Page? He's 3 for 4 today with a triple and 2 singles and an RBI. First pitch from Bowen, fouled off, strike one. Page made 2 great defensive plays last inning. No balls, 1 strike, 2 out to number 3. Big wave and miss at that one. It's 0-2. If not for his defensive play last inning, Saints might be fighting to keep the game alive rather than go to a win. And down looking goes Page. 3 up, 3 down for Bowen here in the 9th. We'll play some extra baseball. We go to the top of the 10th in just a moment here on the Peach Belt Sports Network. Ethan Bobo back to work here in the 10th. Backman, Cowart, and the Cow. So they'll go 8-9-1, the Bearcats. Tied here at 5. That one is fouled off. Bobo in his 5th inning of work. This is a meaningless gripe to all of you at home, as that's grounded foul. My scorebook only goes to 11 innings. The old one I used to go to 14. That one down, 1-2. Bobo has struck out 3 and walked 1, allowed 1 run. And that one gets away. It's a strikeout, but Backman's going to get to first. So strikeout number 4 for Bobo, but the Bearcats have the leadoff runner aboard. Coward 1 for 4 with a home run. Cowart from the Palmetto State. Checks the runner at first. He's back. Saints have picked off 7 runners as a team on the season. That one's cut on and missed. Strike 1. Bearcats trying to win their 11th in a row. Trying to pull off the sweep. Checks the runner again. He's back. One more time over the first. Backman has not stolen a base this year. That one low. 1-1. That was Bobo's 20th strikeout of the season. 1-1 shows bunt. It's foul. It's 1-2. Cooper Backman at first. Zach Cowart at the plate. Ethan Bobo on the mound. It's a tie game here in the 10th. Infielders in double play depth. Bobo delivers, and that one off speed outside, 2-2. Checks the runner. 2-2 pitch. Cut on and missed. One away. Second strikeout of the inning. Fifth of the game for Bobo. And there's one out. As we go back to the top of the order, Tai Chi Nakao has come up to the plate 5 times today. He has 3 singles and a walk. Has not been retired since a flyout way back in the first inning. Bobo to the plate. Fouled off. Backman the runner at first. Many players from the St. Augustine High School baseball team in attendance today. Checks the runner at first. He gets back. That was close for Backman. Bobo to Nakao. That one in the turf. Ball 1. Checks the runner again. He's back. One ball, one strike, one out, one on. For the number 1 hitter in the order, Nakao. That one stays out. 2-1. That is slapped the other way. The runner was going. So a protected swing there by Nakao. Nakao hitting .438 over his last 7 games. 2-2 pitch coming from Ethan Bobo. Grounded to third. Over to second. On the first. In time. Double play. They go around the horn. 5-4-3 to send it to the bottom of the 10th. Still tied at 5. Saints up in a moment here on the Peach Belt Sports Network. Saints come up here in the bottom of the 10th. And Jesse Sullivan, where's that one? Sources tell me that Bowen topped 96 that last inning. So that gets the potential winning run to first base. I said Sullivan, but that was Reeves. That was 40, not 44.
Attention fans, pinch hitting for the Saints. Number 10, J.J. Taylor.
So J.J. Taylor is going to pinch hit from Fort Pierce. And he's arguing that he got hit. So the umpires are going to conference. This is J.J. Taylor's first at bat of the season. So the umpires are conferencing right now. Bowen had not hit a batter at all this season. Small sample size, I know, 4 innings, but they're still talking. He's going to take a warm-up toss to keep this. And they do say it hit him. So they conference. And back-to-back hit-by pitches. And the winning run is now in scoring position for the leadoff hitter, Taylor Schultz. And Schultz is 3 for 5 today. He's had a hit in 3 consecutive at-bats. You can bet Jason Burke has some thoughts on that. And he wants to let the home plate umpire, Luke Horn, know what those are. So when we resume play, Reeves will be at second. Taylor will be at first. Schultz will be at the plate. He's trying to explain, it looks like, that he got out of the way of it. And now we'll see if he has anything to say to the infield umpire, Michael Parnell, who's the first base umpire. He's going to make a pitching change. So Bowen faces 5 batters, hits a batter, or hits 2 batters and gives up a hit. So Bowen leaves after an inning plus. He's responsible for the runner at second and the runner at first. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is in just a moment. And so that is going to be Joshua Sanchez, who pitched yesterday as well. Pitched a scoreless 2/3 of an inning. Sanchez making his 5th appearance of the year, 0-0 with a 1.93 ERA. Making his second appearance in the series. See how the Saints play this with the top of the order coming up with the runner in scoring position.
Now batting for the Saints, the shortstop, number 2, Taylor Schultz.
So Taylor Schultz comes up 3 for 5, three hits in his last 3 at bats though. First pitch from Sanchez shows a bunt, pulls back, pitches a ball. Reeves at second. That's popped up. Diving play and almost got there. Great effort by Lopez, who has been skilled behind the plate. One ball, one strike to Schultz. Reeves at second. Taylor at first. A base hit could end it. Shows bunt. Gets one down. Fielded by Sanchez. Checks the runner, and everyone's going to be safe. The 4th hit of the day for Schultz. The 16th for the Saints.
Now batting for the Saints, the left fielder, number 9, Mason Gray.
So Mason Gray comes up. He is 1 for 4 today. He was hit by a pitch and scored. A ball to the outfield could win it. They are going with the no doubles defense. They are bringing the outfielders in. The infield is in. We all know how I feel about that. If you don't, I think the infield in solves as many problems as it creates. That's a ground to the third. Turns over the plate in time to get the lead runner, and it's one away. So Mason Gray reaches on a fielder's choice. Reeves is out at the plate. 5-2.
Now batting the catcher, number 44,
So now Jesse Sullivan comes up. Sullivan is 1 for 5 today. He singled and was thrown out at the plate. Taylor at third. Schultz at second. Gray at first. Strike one. Bases loaded, 1 out in the bottom of the 10th. That is a line drive snagged by the shortstop. What a play by Backman, and there's 2 away. And the Lander faithful, you hear him here. That brings up Kresak, who's 2 for 5 today. Just needs a base hit. See, if the shortstop had been playing up, that might have decapitated him. Kresak has a single and a double and an RBI today. First pitch, low, ball 1 from Sanchez. Taylor at third. Schultz at second. Mason Gray at first. They only need a base hit. Here's the pitch. No, the umpire calls time. No, catcher call time. And all of a sudden, you could hear a pin drop here at Drysdale Field. wanted a different ball, and he has the one he wants now. So Sanchez is on the mound. Kresak is at the plate. J.J. Taylor at third. Taylor Schultz at second. Mason Gray at first. It's a 1-0 count with 2 out. Here in the bottom of the 10th, we're tied at 5. Sanchez ready. The pitch. Line drive the other way. That's a base hit. Here comes Taylor. The Saints walk it off. 6-5 in 10 innings. And the 10-game Lander winning streak is over. They fall to 12-6, 2-1 in conference play. The Saints go to 12-5. Ethan Bobo pitches 5 innings in relief to get the win. Tyler Bowen takes the loss. For Bobo, his first win of the season. For Bowen, his first loss. 5 runs, 12 hits, no errors for the Bearcats. 6 runs, 17 hits, 1 error for the Saints. Next Saints home game will be Tuesday against Assumption. Once again, final score, Flagler 6, Lander 5. This is Mike Licio signing off. Thank you for watching Flagler College Baseball on the Peach Belt Sports Network.